Example that we're going to work on has a 0 in the ones place. Okay, so we're going to talk about what to do with that. Our example that we're going to work with is 40 minus 5. Okay, we always need to start with the ones place, so let's just start with that. Okay, I'm going to hold up 0 fingers. Okay, now what I need to do from that is take away 5. If I don't have any numbers, I have nothing to take away from. So I cannot do 0 minus 5. So that does mean that we'll need to borrow. So I'm going to make my chart again. T for tens, O for ones. How many tens do I have? Let's look in our tens place. I have 4 tens for 40. So I'm going to write out 4 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many ones do I have in the number 40? None. So I'm not going to write anything under my ones place, okay? But we know we do need ones there in order to take away 5. So I will need to borrow. So I'm going to borrow a 10. I'll circle a 10, and I'll make my arrow to show that I'm bringing it over to the ones place. Remember, you can't just write the number 10 because it has to be ones since it's in the ones place. So I'll write 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'll cross that out because it's not there anymore. Okay, now let's see how many 10s I have left. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to cross out this 4, make it a 3, and then how many 1s do I have? Well, I had nothing to start with, and then I just brought 10 over. So that means now I have 10 1s. So I'll cross out the 0, and I'll write 10 because now I have 10 1s. Okay. Now let's see if we can do 10 minus 5 because now I have enough ones to take away from. So here's 10. Let's take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I had 10, I took away 5. 5 is left over, so I'll write 5 in the ones place. Last thing I need to do is just 3, take away 0, which is 3. So I'll just write that down underneath. Okay. All right, I'm going to write one more example for you to do on your own. So once I write it down, I would like you to pause the video, try it on your own, and then play the video again when you're ready to talk about it. Okay, let's try 50, since it has a 0 in the ones place, minus 8. Go ahead and pause the video and try that on your own. Okay, now that you've played the video, let's start with the ones place as always. So we're going to do 0, take away 8. Let's see if we can do that. All right, I'm going to hold up 0 fingers. Okay, now I'm going to take away 8. If I have no numbers to take away from, then I can't possibly do 0 minus 8. So I will need to borrow from the place value next door. Okay, so let's make our chart. Tens and ones. Let's see how many 10s I have on the top number, so 50. I have 5 10s because there's a 5 in the tens place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have 0 ones, so there's no ones in the number 50, so I'm just going to leave it. Okay, that means I definitely need to borrow from the tens place so that I can have some ones. So I'll circle a 10. I'll draw my arrow. And remember, I'm not just going to write the number 10, I have to turn it into ones. So I'm going to take the number 10 and I'm going to write 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to cross this out just because it's not there anymore. I brought it over to the ones place. Okay. Now let's see how many 10s I have left. Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I only have 4 10s left, so I'm going to cross out the 5, and I'm going to write 4. Okay. Now let's think about how many how many ones I have. Okay. We started with none. We had no ones at all, and then I brought 10 over. So that means instead of having 0 ones, I now have 10 ones. Okay. And let's see if I can do 10 take away 8 now that I have enough ones. So here's 10. Let's take away 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm left over with 2. So 10 minus 8 is 2. I'll write that in the ones place. Last thing I need to do is 4 take away 0, so which is just 4. So I'm going to write that down here.